Hi students, welcome to maths class. In the last class we studied matrix multiplication. I hope you studied matrix multiplication. You have to practice all those exercise problems, then only you will study that matrix multiplication. Today we can discuss some more questions in that exercise 3.2. In the last class we discussed, in the last two classes we discussed some problems of exercise 3.2. Rest all problems we can discuss now. So that question number 11, exercise 3.2, page number 81. Question number 11, exercise 3.2. Exercise 3.2, question number 11. 11th question, if x into matrix 2, 3 plus y into matrix minus 1, 1 is equal to 10, 5. All these are column matrices. Find x and y. Find x and y. Find x and y. We can do this. First of all, we can multiply by x is a number, y is also a number. So we can multiply this 2 into x, 2x. We can write that equation 2 into x, 2x plus 1 into minus 1, minus 1 is equal to 10, or 2x minus y is equal to 10. First equation. Then second equation, 3 into x, 3x plus y into 1, y is equal to 5. Equation number 2. Okay, now see that you are going to find x and y. Linear equations in two variables. We can add equations. Equation number 1 plus 2. Elimination method. 2x plus 3x, 5x. Minus y plus y, 0. Is equal to 15. Adding the equations. Then x is equal to 15 divided by 5. We get 3. X is equal to 3. Substitute in this equation. 3x plus y is equal to 5. 3 into 3 plus y is equal to 5. Then 9 plus y is equal to 5. Then y is equal to 5 minus 9. We get the answer minus 4. Then what is our answer? Therefore, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 4. X is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 4. This is easy question now. Now, rest all questions you can do as homeworks. Now, I would like to discuss question number 13. Question number 13. Exercise 3.2, question number 13. 13th question. Okay? Then, if f of x is equal to, that the matrix is given cos x minus sin x 0, then sin x, cos x, 0, 0, 0, 1. What is the order of this matrix? It is a 3 by 3 matrix. Is it so? Then f of x is given. We have to show that f of x into f of y is equal to f of x plus y. Only for this problem we are having such property, okay? Then f of x is given. Now we have to find f of y. What is f of y? F of x means the functions in x. Then f of y means replace x by y. Replace x by y. When you replace cos x becomes cos y, minus sin x becomes minus sin y, 0. And here it is sin y, then cos it becomes cos y, 0, then 0, 0, 1. F of y. Then what we wanted to prove? F of x into f of y is equal to f of x y. Then f of x into f of y. F of x into f of y. Matrix multiplication. How to multiply matrix? First row, first column will give first element. First row, second column. Then third element, first row, third column. Let's do cos x into first row, that like this we can do. Cos x into cos y. Cos x into cos y. Plus, second, what is second? Minus sin x into first row, first column. Minus sin x into what we get, a minus sin x into sin y. That is minus sin x sin y. First element. Second element, how to get the second element? First row, second column. Then cos x into minus sin y. Cos x into minus sin y. Minus sin y. Then minus cos x sin y. Then next minus sin x into cos y. Minus sin x cos y. The last element, how to get it? Plus 0. Last will be 0. Plus 0. Okay? And the last element, how to get the last element? Cos x into 0, 0. Minus sin x into 0, 0. 0 into 1, 0. So the last element is 0. Okay? Then this is the first element, second element, third element in the first row. Then second row. Second row. Sin x into cos y. Sin x cos y. Plus. Next step. Cos x sin y. Cos x sin y. Plus. Next element is 0. 0 into any number is 0. Then sin y minus sin x. Minus sin x sin y. Isn't it? Sorry, that is sin x into minus sin y. Sin x into first element is sin x into cos y. Then next cos x into cos y. Isn't it? Cos x into sin y. 0 into 1. Then second row, second column. Sin x into minus sin y. Isn't it? Sin x into minus sin y. Then next element, how to get the next? That is cos x into cos y. Plus cos x into cos y. Cos x into cos y. Next is 0. And now last. 0 into any number? 0. Here plus 0 into cos y, 0. 0 into sin y, 0. 1 into 0, 0. Then 0 into sin y, 0. 0 into cos y, 0. 1 into 0, 0. Then 0 into 0, then last element is 1. Multiply this, then we can write cos x sin cos y minus sin x sin y. That is cos x plus 1. Isn't it? Cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b is cos a plus b. Here you can take a minus sign out of this. Then it is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. That is minus of sin x plus 1. Sin a plus b, what is sin a plus b? Sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Here a minus sign, you can take it outside. Then minus of sin x plus 1. 0. Then here it is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. That is in the form sin x plus 1. And here it is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. That is cos a plus 1. Cos x plus 1. And the next element is 0. And last 0, 0, 1. You check that this one. This is in the form of f of x plus y. What is f of x plus y? F of x plus y. Replace x by x plus y. That is cos of x into x plus y. Cos of x plus 1 minus sin of x plus y, 0. And the sin of x plus y into cos of x plus y, 0, 0, 0, 1. Then that is f of x plus y. Here it also we get f of x plus y. Is it said? Are they same? They are same. So that it is proved. Did you understand that? F of x, f of y. Afterwards the matrix multiplication. How to do matrix multiplication? First row, first column, we give the first element. First row, second column, multiply corresponding, you get second element. And first row, third column, that you get like that. Understood? Is it clear? So that is question number 13. Please complete this question. Question number 13. Now we can move to question number 17. 17th question. Now we can discuss question number 17 of exercise 3.2. 17th question. Question: if A is equal to matrix 0 minus tan alpha by 2 tan alpha by 2 0, show that I plus A is equal to I minus A into cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Here I is the identity matrix of order 2 because these are square matrices of order 2. So I is the identity matrix of order 2. So in this question we can have LHS and RHS. Then LHS is equal to LHS I plus A. I, what is I? 1 0 0 1. I plus A. A is equal to A. What is A here? A is equal to 0 minus tan alpha by 2 tan alpha by 2 0. Okay, this is our LHS. We can add this 0 plus 1 1 0 minus tan alpha by 2 minus tan alpha by 2, then tan alpha by 2 plus 1. This is our LHS. Now we can have RHS. What is on the RHS? RHS is equal to I minus A into cos alpha minus sin alpha, then sin alpha cos alpha. We wanted to prove these two are equal. I minus A. What is I? 1 0 0 1. Identity matrix of order 2 minus A. A is 0 minus tan alpha by 2, then tan alpha by 2 0 into that is this number cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. Okay, now we can subtract this first. 1 minus 0, that is 1. 0 minus of minus tan alpha by 2, that is tan alpha by 2. Okay, minus of minus tan alpha by 2 is tan alpha by 2. Clear? Then 0 minus tan alpha by 2 minus tan alpha by 2. Then 1 minus 0 1. That is, this part is over. Now we wanted to multiply with cos alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. See, here the angle is alpha by 2, here the angle is alpha. We can write a cos alpha and sin alpha in terms of tan alpha. Do you remember? Cos 2a in terms of tan a. Cos 2a is equal to 1 plus tan square a 1 minus tan square a divided by 1 plus tan square a. Then cos alpha, take the angle half. 1 minus tan square alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. Similarly, sin 2a. What is sin 2a in terms of tan? Sin 2a is equal to 2 tan a divided by 1 plus tan square a. Then what is sin alpha? Sin alpha is equal to 2 tan a, that is 2 tan alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. So here instead of cos alpha sin alpha we can write it like that. Then our matrix become 1 tan alpha by 2. Here it is minus tan alpha by 2. The element is 1 into. Here how to write cos alpha? Cos alpha is 1 minus tan square alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. That is cos alpha. And how to write minus sin alpha? Minus 2 tan alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. And here we have sin alpha. How to write sin alpha? Sin alpha, how do we write? 2 tan alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. Okay, and here it is. What is cos alpha? 1 minus tan square alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. Now see 1 plus tan alpha. Here we have tan alpha by 2 everywhere. So that in order to write it easily, we can give a substitution. Put t is equal to tan alpha by 2. Put t is equal to tan alpha by 2. Tan alpha by 2 is t. So 1, then tan alpha by 2, t. Then this is minus t. Here it is 1. Okay? Into 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square. Here it is minus 2t divided by 1 plus t square. And the next term is 2t divided by 1 plus t square. Here it is 1 minus t square divided by 1 plus t square. See, in this term you can see that 1 plus t square. In this matrix, every term having 1 plus t square as the denominator. So that we can take 1 plus t square common factor. That is 1 by 1 plus t square into this matrix 1 t minus t 1. Then next is 1 minus t square minus 2t 1 minus t square. Now we can do the matrix multiplication. Okay. We can do the matrix multiplication. 1 by 1 plus t square into this term 1 t. Then minus t 1 into, here it is 1 minus t square. Next term minus 2t. Here it is 2t. 1 minus t square. 1 minus t square. Okay. Multiply here. That is equal to 1 by 1 plus t square into first row, first column. 1 into 1 minus t square. 1 minus t square. Plus t into 2t. That is t into 2t. 2t square. Clear? First term, did you understand? Then next term, second term. First row, second column. 1 into 2t, that is minus 2t. Here plus t into 1 minus t square. T into 1 minus t square. Here minus t into 1 minus t square plus 2t. Next element minus t into minus 2, that is 2t square positive. 2t square minus into minus plus t into t square plus 1 into t 1 minus t square 1 minus t square. Okay. Now we can, this section you understood. Okay. Now we can simplify this. 1 by 1 plus t square into, here it is 1 minus t square plus 2t square. But we get here 1 minus t plus 2. That is 1 plus t square. 2 is positive now. And here it is. How to write it here? That will become minus 2t plus t. Minus 2t plus t minus t minus t square. Minus t square. Then minus 2t expand, so it is t cube. When we expand it, what we get there? Minus 2t minus t. That is minus t. T into minus f is minus t cube. Minus t cube. Next term. Minus t. Then plus minus t plus t cube. Minus t plus t cube plus 2t. Here it is t square matrix, t square plus 1. So that 1 by 1 plus t square into 1 plus t square. Here you can take a minus t outside. When you take a minus t outside, it will become 1 plus t square. Here it is t into this minus t, that will become plus t. Clear? T, if you take it out, what we get? T is 1 plus t square, or t square plus 1. 1 plus t square or t square plus 1. I hope you understood this step. T plus t cube, isn't it? Minus t plus 2t, that is t. Minus t plus 2t, that is t. T plus t cube. And here 2t square minus t square, it is t square plus 1. Here everywhere you can see 1 plus t square. You take 1 plus t square out of the bracket. That is 1 plus t square. 1 plus t square divided by 1 plus t square into, that will get cancelled, into here it is 1. Here it is minus t. Here it is t. And here it is 1. That is equal to, here it is 1, then 1 minus t, t1. What is t here? 1 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2, 1. This is what is we are going to prove. This is our LHS. And LHS equal to RHS. Very lengthy problem. It was asked as a 4-mark question or 6-mark question. It was an important question. See, I would like to explain this once more. Please listen. If a is equal to 0 minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2, 0. Show that I plus a is equal to I minus a into cos alpha minus sin alpha, cos alpha. That is a matrix. Then I plus a, I is identity matrix, a is here. You add they are same order, we can add it. Then that is equal to I minus a into cos alpha minus sin alpha minus cos alpha. I, what is I here? Identity matrix of order 2, 1 0 0 1 into minus a. What is a here? A is equal to 0 minus tan alpha by 2 minus a. Into this term you have to write here. Cos alpha minus sin alpha minus cos alpha should be like here. Okay. Now 1 minus 0 is 1. Then 0 minus of minus tan alpha by 2, tan alpha by 2. 0 minus tan alpha by 2 minus tan alpha by 2. Here it is 1. 1 minus 0, 1. Now the next very important step. Here it is tan alpha by 2. Here it is cos alpha. In the given A also tan alpha by 2. So cos alpha we wanted to write in terms of tan alpha by 2. How to write cos alpha? 1 minus tan square alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. Similarly sin alpha, how do we write sin alpha? 2 tan alpha by 2 divided by 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. Is it clear now? Now in this you can see the denominators are 1 plus tan square alpha by 2. 1 plus tan square alpha by 2 is that everywhere you can see tan alpha by 2. Later for the simplification we can put t is equal to tan alpha by 2. Then replace here t tan alpha by 2. Then after replacing that you can see 1 plus t square everywhere is the denominator. 1 plus t square is the denominator. You take it out of the bracket. 1 plus t square you take out of the bracket. 1 plus t square. Then this term same, and here the denominator is taken out. That is. Now we can multiply this. Matrix multiplication. First row, first column. 1 into 1 minus t square, 1 minus t square, t into 2, t like that. Matrix multiplication, we have done the matrix multiplication. And on simplification, we understood that 1 plus t square is everywhere. Here you can take a minus t out, here you can take a t out of the bracket. 1 plus t square and 1 that will get cancelled, and we get 1 minus t, t1. What is t? T is tan alpha by 2. Okay, now we got LHS equal to RHS. Okay. Now we can discuss question number 18. Sorry, question number 19. Question number 19 of exercise 3.2. A trust fund has rupees 30,000 that must be invested in 2 different types of bonds. The first bond pays 5% interest per year and the second bond pays 7% interest per year. Using matrix multiplication, determine how to divide rupees 30,000 among the two types of bonds. If the trust fund must obtain an annual total interest of rupees 1,800 in the first case, second case rupees 2,000. Did you understand the question? A trust fund, a trust has arisen a fund that is rupees 30,000. They are going to invest this fund in two different type of bond. That means different bond that you know that in different bank they give different interest. Is it so? Like that in different bond their interest are also different. Then a trust fund 30,000 rupees, the different types of bond. First bond they give 5% interest and the second bond they give 7% interest. Okay, using matrix multiplication, they get an annual interest in the first case rupees 1,800. Annual interest means 1 year, after 1 year if they get 1,800. And in another case they get 2,000 rupees if they give a different amount. That means rupees 30,000 is going to be divided and the next amount is going to be invested in the first bond. Rupees X is going to be invested in the first bond. Then remaining total amount, what is the total amount? Total amount is 30,000 rupees. If rupees X is going to be invested in the first bond, the remaining 30,000 minus X is going to be invested in the second bond. If X amount total 30,000 rupees, in the first bond rupees X, then in the second bond remaining 30,000 minus X. We can write it as a raw matrix. The amount that is going to be invested in two different type of bond. Then that interest first bond they give 5% interest, whereas the second bond they give 7% interest. Clear? So that we can write as column matrix. And in the case 1, they get rupees 1,800 as the interest. In case 1, they get rupees 1,800 as the interest. So, matrix multiplication, we can multiply this. How to do this matrix multiplication? This is 30,000 minus X. First element here you are going to multiply. Then X into 5% plus 30,000 minus X into 7%. That this is the interest given on the amount X rupees. And this is the interest given on the amount 30,000 minus X rupees. Okay, and the total interest is rupees. The total interest is rupees. What is the total interest? Rupees 1,800 is the total interest. Then how to write this? 5% of X. That is 5% how to write it? X into 5 by 100 plus 30,000 minus X into 7 by 100 is equal to 1,800. 1,800. Then how to write this? 5x. You can throughout multiply by 500. There is 500. Here also 500. Throughout multiply by 100. 5x plus 30,000 minus x into 7. 100. You multiply by 100. Then this become 1,80,000. Then 5x plus 30,000 into 7. 2,01,000. 2,10,000. Sorry, 2,10,000 minus 7x is equal to 1,80,000. Then 5x minus 7x minus 2x. 5 minus 7 minus 2x is equal to 1,80,000. 1,80,000 minus 2,10,000. 2,10,000. So minus 2x is equal to 1,80,000 minus 2,01,000. We get minus 30,000. Okay, then x is equal to minus 30,000 divided by minus 2. That is 15,000. X is the amount placed in the first bond. First bond 50,000. What is the total amount? Total amount is 30,000 rupees. Then in the first bond 15,000, 15,000 that means X is in the first bond, then second bond 30,000 minus X, that is 30,000 minus 15,000, that is also 15,000. That means an equal amount is invested in the first and the second bond. In the first bond 15,000, second bond also 15,000. We know the formula. How to find interest? Interest I is equal to PRT. You study like this. PRT by 100. You study like this. Interest here. What is the interest? 1,800 is the interest. P. Principal amount here we take it as X. This is all. Rate 5% in the first case. T. Period 1 year. That is why we wrote 5% of X plus another bond interest. Another bond 30,000 minus X interest is 7%. Okay. So now we can move to the second part of this question. That means section 2. They get instead of 1,800 they get 2,000 rupees. So again we assume that like X amount is invested in the first bond and remaining 30,000 minus X is invested in the second bond. First bond is rupees X, second bond is 30,000 minus X. Then what is the percentage? Percentage of 5% interest for the first bond and 7% interest for the second bond. First bond 5%, second bond 7%. What we get as the interest? We get the interest as rupees 2,000. Then multiply this 5 into 5% of X. Percentage we can write 5 by 100 into X plus here you have to write 7 by 100 into 30,000 minus X is equal to 2,000. Understood? Okay. Then 100 you can throw to multiply by 100. 5x plus 7 into 30,000. 2 lakh 1,000. 2 lakh 10,000. Sorry. 7 3s are 21. 2 lakh 10,000 minus 7x is equal to. Here you multiply by 100. What we get? 2,000 into 100 is 2,000 into 100 is 2,000 into 100. That is 2 lakh. Then 5x minus 7x minus 2x. Minus 2x is equal to 2 lakh minus 2 lakh 10,000. That is minus 2x is equal to minus 10,000. Then x is equal to minus 10,000 divided by minus 2. Minus 10,000 divided by minus 2 we get 5,000. X 5,000. That means in the first bond they pay 5,000. Then in the second bond that is 15,000. Sorry, 30,000 minus X 5,000. 30,000 minus 5,000 25,000. So in the first case when they get rupees 1,800 the interest that they give 15,000 into both the amount. Then when they get 2,000 as the interest, how was their investment? In the first bond 5,000 and in the second bond 25,000. Because the second bond they pays more interest. കൂടുതൽ എമൗണ്ട് സെക്കൻഡ് ബോണ്ടിൽ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തപ്പോഴാണ് കൂടുതൽ എമൗണ്ടുകൾക്ക് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് കിട്ടിയത്. ഓക്കെ. Now question number 20. Please read the question. Question number 20. Page number 83. Question number 20. Now we can discuss question number 20. A bookshop for a particular school has 10 dozen chemistry books, 8 dozen physics book, 10 dozen economics book. Their selling prices are rupees 80, rupees 60 and rupees 40 each respectively. Find the total amount the bookshop will receive from the selling all the books using matrix algebra. A bookshop of a particular school has 10 dozen chemistry books. One dozen means what? One dozen. One dozen means 12. One dozen means 12 numbers. 12 numbers, one dozen. Then 10 dozen chemistry books. 10 dozen chemistry books. 10 dozen chemistry books means how many chemistry books? 10 into 12. Then number of chemistry books. Number of chemistry books. Number of chemistry books. 10 into 12. 120 chemistry books. And 8 dozen physics book. Then number of physics books. Number of physics books. Number of physics books that how many? 8 dozen. 8 into 12. 96 physics books. And 10 dozen economics books. Number of economics books. Economics books. Number of economics books. 10 dozen again. 10 into 12. Total number 120 books. So the number of books we can write as a raw matrix. 120, 96, 120. Now 120 chemistry books, 96 physics book, 120 economics book. And their selling prices that we can represent as column matrix. Then what is the amount of one book selling prices of one chemistry book costs rupees 80 and one physics book costs rupees 60 and one economics book costs rupees 40. This is the cost. Then number of books as raw matrix and the prices as the column matrix. Generally when we do the matrix multiplication, 120 chemistry book, one chemistry book 80, then 120 into 80. That is the cost of the chemistry book. Then physics book 96 physics books are there. Then one book costs rupees. One book costs rupees 60. Then like that. That is why we write numbers as number of books as raw matrix and their amount as column matrix. Then the total amount of 120 into 80. First element like this. Then plus first element you have to get to the only one element will be there. 120 into 80 plus 96 into 60 plus 120 into 40. You wanted to multiply this 120 into 8, 12 into 8, 96, 9600. Then 96 into what we get? 6 are 36. Plus what we get here? Add over this, what we get? Add this 9600 plus 5760 plus 4800. All the total amount 20,160 rupees. That is the total amount. Did you understand? Number of books you wanted to write as raw matrix and their prices column matrix. Did you understand why do we write like this? This is corresponding element multiply. The chemistry books in their cost, physics book, number of chemistry physics book, their cost, number of economics, their cost. And total amount is rupees 20,160. Okay? Now we can discuss question number 21. Assume X, Y, Z, W and P are the matrices of order 2 by n. X is in the order 2 by n. Y is in the order 3 by k. Z is in the order 2 by p. W that is in the order, what is the order of W? N by 3. And P, order of P by k. Then choose the correct answer. The restriction on N, K and P, so that Py plus Wy, Py plus Wy is defined. Py, P means P is a matrix whose order is P by k and Y is the matrix of order 3 by k. Multiplication, what is the condition? Matrix multiplication is defined if the number of columns, what is the number of columns? K. Number of columns of the first matrix must be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Here what is the number of rows? That is, we get K is equal to 3. Understood? Now this, what is the order of this matrix? 3 by 3. That Y is in the order 3 by 3. Then we understood that Y is a square matrix of order 3 by 3. And Wy is defined if number of that is defined. Then what is the order of this matrix now? The order of Py. Order of Py is P by that order of Py. That if P and Y, if A is a matrix of order m by n and B is a matrix of order n by p, then the product AB is in the order m by p. Similarly, Py, that is the order of the matrix Py, that is order P by K, that is P by 3. P by 3 is the order of Py. And Wy, what is the order of Wy? N by K. P by 3, that is K is 3. That P by 3 is the order of Py and N by 3 is the order of Wy. Then matrix addition is possible if two matrices are same order. That means P by 3 must be equal to N by 3. That means K is equal to 3 and P is equal to N. Okay, P by 3 is equal to N by 3 if P is equal to N. And if P is equal to N, the order of 7x minus 5z. What is the order of 7x minus 5z? Then 7x, what is the order of x? 2 into 2 by n. Then 5z, that is in the order 2 by p. Subtraction is possible if they are in the same order. That means n is equal to p, isn't it? Then n is equal to p. Then if n is equal to p, order of 7x, n is equal to p, order of 7x minus 5z. 2 by n, 5 is 2 by p. Then 7x minus 5z, what is the order of 7x minus 5z? 7x minus 5z, that can be in the order, n by 3 or p by 3, n by 3, that is in the order. Okay? That the rest all questions you have to complete. You have to complete the rest all questions in exercise. You have to complete the rest all questions in exercise 3.2. Thank you.